All right. Hello. Welcome to the first video on this channel. I'm Owen, and I just wanted to make a brief introductory video, I guess, about what this channel is going to be about, what I want to do with it, and maybe some disclaimers about who I am and my knowledge about what I'm going to be talking about, and how basically just what the purpose of this all is. And if you, for anyone for some reason watches these, I really don't know why, unless you want to get to know more about me maybe. But just talk about why I want to do this and what this is about. So basically, I just started listening to an audiobook about Stoicism. It's called How to Think Like a Roman Emperor, and it is about Marcus Aurelius and his life. And not exactly his life, but about how he, throughout his life, applied Stoic principles and how it can apply to people today. And I've read through the first, or not read, I've listened through the first two chapters. And I was thinking about it, and I was taking notes on it, and I was wondering, when am I ever going to come back and actually look at this stuff and use it, you know? And I thought, how could I convince myself that to, one, think more about it, and two, actually document what I've been looking at, what I've thought about things, and just kind of this is almost like a little personal journal that I've been making in my head. And I thought, why not put it in a YouTube series? Just put videos out there. If you want to learn more about me, that's great. I don't know why else you really watch these. This is more for my own personal enjoyment, just to document my journey through reading stuff. And it won't be just about this book, but I want to make this more me documenting almost lessons that I've learned throughout life, mostly from reading. Probably, maybe I'll put some other stuff in there too. But like obviously the book, How to Think Like a Roman Emperor. I also been really recently listening to Dave Ramsey's podcast and getting into personal finance. And I just started a new co-op just probably 2 weeks ago at this point. 2 weeks ago, almost to the date. And living on my own has forced me to do a lot of different things. I've been in college for 2 years before this, but I never actually was out of campus. I was on campus both years, so I always had cafeterias right by me. Never had to worry about food, never had to worry about transportation, never had to worry about actually dressing nice, I'd get tons of clothes for work just a couple weeks ago. But as I slowly have been doing all this, and I feel like I was relatively interested in stuff like this before, but now the last 2 weeks really, I've been really more self-motivated than ever before. Another thing this hopefully series will make me do is actually make me follow through with reading these books and coming up with life lessons and trying to teach myself and become better as my life goes on. Just to make sure I actually try and actually put myself to it. I think if I create this series, or whatever you want to call it, it'll be something I look back like, oh man, I gotta get to it. If I slack off for 2 weeks and I don't do anything, I'm gonna hopefully remember this and be like, man, I've already put the expectation out there. And I think having the expectation out there that other people see it will make me more likely to do it. And so that's kind of part of it. And that's really all this is. I guess part of a disclaimer, if people actually do watch these videos, I am not an expert. I am not smart. I do not know what I'm talking about. So if you go through some videos that talk about the books, it'd be cool to take my input, maybe see what I have to say. Hopefully it can help you a little bit, but maybe even critique me, tell me what you think I got wrong, or what if I misunderstood or misinterpreted something, if you interpret it differently. Just leave comments. Maybe I'll go through. I'm assuming we're not going to get many views, at least at first, if ever. But maybe I'll go through eventually and try to have a conversation with some people that are also interested in the same things I am. Some of the books that I want to read, obviously, so I have this, How to Think Like a Roman Emperor. I want to go through. I just bought Dave Ramsey's book today. His first one. What's it called? Total Money Makeover. What else did I just get today? I also just got Start With Why, a leadership book, and I also have been. I read through previously with a CI that I did with Clemson, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, but we didn't read through that all at once. It was kind of like bits and pieces at a time. So I might read through that again also and talk about that. But even if I come with other videos, like, I don't know, just talk about personal finance, or what happened to me this week, if I want to talk about it, I might just put this stuff in here too. Definitely don't listen to my opinion and take it as expert opinion. I want to have a conversation. Maybe people can help me out. I can help people out. Hopefully my insights aren't terrible. Hopefully I can at least communicate with some people something worthwhile. But yeah, so that's what this is. That's a brief introduction to what this is doing, and maybe you can learn more about me as I go through this. So yeah, that'll be it for now. I'm gonna make my first video for the beginning of chapter 1 of this book right after this, but then after that I'll be periodically, maybe hopefully once a week I'll make something. I might slack off a little bit or be too caught up in other stuff to do that, but that's what I'm thinking in my head right now. So yeah, thank you. Hello YouTube. Hello world. In programming terms, I guess, and we'll see how this goes.